Hi everybody, Keith Tanny here from Flyin Miata, and I'm here to tell you about the upcoming Flyin Miata Summer Camp. That's right, it's that time of year again, the time when hundreds of Miata enthusiasts descend upon little Palisade, Colorado for an event that's been going on for a long time. I'm going to go through the history of the event very short, but mostly I'm going to talk about what's going to happen, what we're going to be doing, how you can take part if you come and visit us, how you can take part if you are not coming to visit us and you're having to experience all this virtually. We'll go through all that. If you have any questions while we're shooting this video, please throw them in the comments. The whole purpose of this video is to answer your questions about the event. So please do, if you want to know something, ask it. If you're watching this in the future when we're not live, we will answer the questions in the comments, although it will become less and less relevant as we get further and further away from Flyin Miata Summer Camp 2025. And of course, if you do like this kind of content, make sure to like the video, make sure to subscribe to our channel, because all of those help us reach more people and help us get the information out to more Miata owners. Plus, you'll find out when we have new videos coming. We shoot at least one a week live. So, Flyin Miata Summer Camp. Back in 1998, Bill Cardell, the founder of Flyin Miata, threw a backyard barbecue to thank some of his local customers, basically for being custom for their business. Yes. He thanked his customers for their business. And it was so popular, he did it the next year, and it's been going on almost non-stop since 1998. We took a one-year break in 2020. We had a virtual-only event in 2021. And other than that, this is, probably the 26th, I think, running of the Flyin Miata Summer Camp. We used to call it an open house. We started calling it a summer camp because it has grown far beyond just an open house. We still have one of those in as part of this deal, but there's a lot more going on. If you do want to know more about the event, have a look at flyinmiata.com/summercamp, all one word. That'll take you to the main summer camp page. It'll give you all the schedule, what's going on. It'll tell you about the track. There's ways to see all of the track times over the last 20 years, to see how we've become faster. We all have. We're setting lap records all the time on the track now. And it's kind of fun to see where we've come from and see the names that keep coming back every single year. So I'm going to go through the overall event. Starts off with 3 track days, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. This is the first time we've had 3 track days in a long time, and it's the most people we've had ever coming out to the track. So we're really looking forward to it. It's going to be a lot of fun. There's a drive over the Colorado National Monument on Friday night. That is a beautiful red rock drive right on the edge of town here with big cliffs, like a mini Grand Canyon. That is timed to take place around sunset and the golden hour, so the red rocks are glowing. So we've got that going on Friday night. Saturday is the actual open house that will take place here at our Flyin Miata World Headquarters. We'll have a car show going on outside. We'll have seminars going on inside here. We'll have lots of new products for people to see. We're having a barbecue dinner because we started it for the barbecue dinner, so why not? We'll have lunch for everybody as well. A chance to check out hundreds of very cool modified Miatas and talk to hundreds of very cool modified Miata people. Well, they own modified Miatas. People may or may not be modified. We're not sure. So I'm going to start off talking about the track. Those of you who are signed up for the track, it's an interesting little track. It's one that we've been running since the track opened, and it's actually an oversized kart track. But since Miatas are basically oversized karts, that works. We set it up to be as novice-friendly as possible while still being challenging to experienced drivers. What we do is we split everybody up into run groups of about 5. And then we set them off on the track with, I think it's about 15 seconds of gap between each one. The idea being that you don't have any traffic. We'll send you out there, you'll get 1 warm-up lap, 3 fast time laps, and then a cool down in lap. And that 15-second cushion should be enough to keep you from running up on the person in front of you or keep the person behind you from running up on you. So it's a time trial. You get a chance to get out there by yourself. It's effectively like an autocross that lasts for 8 minutes. It's quite intense. It's a good workout for the cars. That's usually enough to keep them from overheating. Basically, it's a good setup to not only do time trial, but also if you're a first timer, it's a very friendly track to work on. The speeds are relatively low with a maximum. I think the lap record average speed is probably somewhere in the 50-mile-an-hour range. But that doesn't mean it's boring. There's a lot of exciting stuff going on. So that is going on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. We'll try to do some updates from the track for those of you who are going to be joining us virtually. For those of you who are joining us in person, please be at the track at 7:30. That way we can do tech. Driver's meeting is 8:15, and we start the cars off right about 9 o'clock. and everyone will get at least 6 runs or 6 run groups. Sure, 6 sessions. And usually by the end of the day, most people are done. They've had enough. It's been a hot day, but there's enough room to get a couple extras in depending on enthusiasm, how people are going. It'll be all done around 4 o'clock. If you are coming, for safety, for the tech, we need your car to be empty. Make sure there's nothing, take out your floor mats. Make sure there's nothing in the trunk banging around, distracting you. Make sure the car is mechanically healthy, and make sure that you have a helmet for you and any passengers you might be bringing along with you. I did an entire video on track prep. We'll put a link to it in the description of the video that talks all about how to get ready for your first track day mechanically and mentally and physically. It's a good watch if you are thinking of going to a track day, whether it's our own Flyin Miata track day or whether it's one somewhere else. We may or may not have extra spots available on the day. We'll have to play that one by ear to see if you did not sign up in time, if you're not signed up for the track at the moment, if you can sign up on the day. Your chances are much better on Wednesday because that is the least booked out day. So there's more spaces available on Wednesday than any other day, but we may or may not be able to get you some spot on the track. Okay, now for the drives. Friday night after 3 days of track driving, when you're all exhausted, we have the drive over the Colorado National Monument, which is a gorgeous, gorgeous drive. Couple things to know about that. One, it is part of the national park system. There is an entry fee to get into it. You can buy that in advance. If you go to our website, again, that summer camp page on flyinmiata.com, it does tell you how to pay in advance just to save a lineup at the booth. Or if you have national parks access through the national, I forget what the name of the pass is, but there is an annual pass you can get for the national parks, which I recommend everyone get. It's a great deal, but that will allow you into the national monument. Or if you have the senior citizens discounts, or I think it's grade 4, I think 4th grade, people get free entry as well. Why the 4th grade specifically, I don't know. Go ask a 4th grader. Maybe they know why they get in the national parks for free, but they do. We meet at the Dinosaur Museum in Fruita to be ready to go at 7 o'clock. And this year we're doing a little differently. We're splitting it into 2. This drive is getting so popular that we can't really do it as one big long snake of cars. So instead of having 100 cars all trying to go through as one group, we're going to split it into 2. The first group goes off at 7. The second group will go off at 7:30. And you can decide which one of those groups you want to go with. We're not going to be doing a hard cutoff, but we are going to try to split it up. The other drive we'll do, I'm going to jump ahead a little chronologically here. The other drive we do is a drive over the Grand Mesa on the edge of Grand Junction. It's the largest flat top mountain in the world. Gets us up to, I think, about 11,000 feet, which would be very nice in the June heat. And it's a gorgeous drive that goes through all sorts of different climate zones, great twisty roads, a lot of fun. That has been part of the Flyin Miata Summer Camp for several years now. It will be leaving from Flyin Miata World Headquarters, and we've split that into 2 as well. The first group goes off at 8:30. Those are for the keeners who want to get on the road, get stuff done, get out the parking lot. And then we have the 9 o'clock-ish departure for those who are a little more relaxed on a Sunday morning and have a little trouble getting in their cars in time to leave. And that drive is often used as a jump-off point for the drive home. It's not unusual for people when they come off the Mesa and we land in Delta, Colorado, for them to go the other way, head down Highway 50, something like that, head back to Texas, wherever you're going. So that's the final drive, and that again has been split into 2 for the same sort of reasons, just to make it a little more accessible for everyone. So it's not an enormous pile of cars, just 2 large piles of cars. Okay, at the shop, we've got our seminars. There's going to be 4 different seminars going on. At the moment, the plan is one is going to be how to choose the right brake setup. That's a question we get a lot is, we sell a lot. We have a very complicated brake lineup, and we're going to talk about how do you know which one is the correct one for you? Can you have too much brake? Basically, what should you be looking at? I'll be hosting that one. We're going to be having one on a look into the Flyin Miata development process, which is going to be an interesting one. I think we've got a product that we're working on that we're going to show you how we're working through it, how we came to the point of deciding to develop this product in the first place, the steps they go through, basically how does a product become real. Brandon Fitch is going to run you through that one with some good visual aids. So that'll be a good one. We're excited about that particular talk. The next one is going to be myself talking about having a plan. And that is exactly what it sounds like. How do you come up with a well-developed, well-modified car and not just something that looked like you attached a magnet and drove through Pep Boys? I'll be hosting that one. And then the final one will be Mike will be hosting a new products seminar showing off all the new stuff that's popped up in the last year. So you can get a chance to see it, ask questions about it. If you're here in person, you can fondle it a little bit, not too much, it gets creepy, but get a chance to check out all of the new products. At the shop, we will also have a whole bunch of new stuff on display. Of course, there'll be the Flyin Miata cars to check out. We have our car show going on out in the parking lot, which is a 100% viewer's choice car show. Basically, everyone gets a ballot. You get to choose your favorite NA, your favorite NB, your favorite NC, your favorite ND, kind of getting the pattern there. And the winner is the people's choice for each generation. It's a lot of fun. And it's a great chance to wander around and see all the different stuff that people are putting together on their cars. It's a good time. Something we started doing a few years back, has proven to be very popular. Now, because of the popularity, parking is at a premium in our facility. We've expanded our parking lot since last year, but we have come up with a parking plan. If you go to our website, that summer camp page, you will actually see it. We are keeping the main parking lot for Miatas only. No support vehicles over there, no trailers over there. You know, if you show up in your Volkswagen Bug, well, we'll let you like peek around the corner because it's cool, but mostly Miatas over there. And we have some other spots that will be reserved for support vehicles, for non-Miatas, for trailers, that sort of thing. We will have people on Saturday, we will have some staff members there giving directions, making sure everyone gets in there to make sure that basically we get all the car show cars in one place instead of having them stretched all over our property. On a similar note, we have had camping in the past. You can still camp on the Flyin Miata grounds, but the camping spots have moved away. We no longer have the nice shade trees, unfortunately. But we do have a spot where you can put a tent or a small trailer. Giant RVs, not so much, not super accessible. We don't have hookups. And while you're welcome to use our bathroom facilities while we're open, it's pretty bare bones. So that is an option. There are lots of great camping options around the Grand Valley. If you do want to camp and you want something a little nicer than being stuck between two of our buildings, that is an option available to you. Now, we had a couple of questions about this one. The virtual car show. We started doing the virtual car show in 2021, and we ran it through to last year. Unfortunately, the platform we're using for that, the software, is no longer up. The platform has been taken down. It's no longer available to us. So the virtual car show, unfortunately, is gone. Sorry about that. If you want to check out cool Miatas, you're either going to have to go to your local Miata events, or you're going to have to come back here to the summer camp. We apologize for that. The seminars, however, will be live streamed. So if you do want to watch the seminars, if those seminars I talked about catch your interest, you can watch them. You can ask questions. We will, pass along the questions to the host. And of course, in the future, we'll have them available so people can check them out. One other question we get is, can you spectate at the track? And the answer is 100% yes. You'll have to sign a waiver because that's the world we live in, but spectating is free. Your ride-alongs are free. Please do ask the driver of the car first. But yes, if you want to ride along, if you want to watch, you are definitely welcome at the track. It's a fun time to go out and watch. There's a little bit of shade available. We will have a food truck available at the track, so there'll be some food there, and we'll have bottled water for everyone to keep you cool. Now, keeping you cool, one thing to know is that this is summertime in Western Colorado. It gets warm. The forecast at the moment, the long-range forecast, is for mostly cloud. I think it's mostly sunny at the beginning of the event on Wednesday, going through to sunny on Sunday, and highs in the low 90s. Now, this is a very low humidity area, so it is a dry heat. That does feel better, but be prepared. It is going to be warm. Make sure that you bring a hat. Make sure that you stay in the shade where you can. Drink lots and lots and lots of water. And basically be ready for it to be a warm weekend, because that's better than a rainy, cold one. At least that's what we're going with. On a similar note, if you have pets, this is not really a pet-friendly event. Our shop here is not really designed to be pet-friendly. The goat heads and thorns around here can be very hard on little people's paws. And there's cars running around in unpredictable ways. We do recommend that you leave your four-legged friends at home. It's not really an event designed for pets. If you do want to bring them, please make sure they stay on a leash at all times and that they are supervised at all times. We don't want them running in front of a car, something catastrophic happening. Nobody would enjoy that. So we know how much everyone loves their pets, but their pets may not love Miatas quite as much. So this would not be a good weekend for them to come out. If you do have questions for other things to do in the Grand Junction area, the local Center of Commerce actually has visitgrandjunction.com. Very easy URL to remember, and that is a great guide to stuff to do in the area. Hikes, sporting events, restaurants, activities, all sorts of stuff. It's actually a really good setup. So check that out if you want to know other things to do around the area. Of course, our staff will always be welcome, or will always be around to give you their own personal suggestions of things they like to do. But this will give you a chance to do a little advanced planning. Any questions over there, guys? It's going to be hot. What about keeping cars cool? We sell radiators. We sell fans. We sell reroute kits. The cars are going to get warm on the track, not over the course of a single session, but as you go through the day and the heat soak, they are going to get warm. Keep an eye on the temperature gauge on the cars. Generally speaking, the cars should be able to survive this sort of temperatures. It's not going to be 105 degrees. It's going to be, 91, 92, 93. So it shouldn't be too bad. When we go up on top of the mesa, that will be nicer. The one thing about cars is they don't like dry air as much as people do. They actually like the humid air to cool them down, but we don't have any of that available. So keep an eye on your temperature gauge, but it should be able to handle it. Will there be enough helmets for rent at the track? That is something beyond our control. We are not the ones renting helmets. It is the track owners that rent the helmets. They do have a fairly considerable number because they run a go-kart rental service out there. And yes, you can wear a kart helmet as part of this event if you would like. And you can go karting afterwards if you'd like to. Thursday after we're done with it, go ahead, rent a kart, learn the line, come out and blow everyone's doors off on Friday. Go for it. I don't know exactly how many helmets they have. I would recommend if you have one, bring it. But they do have rental helmets available, and the number is up to them, unfortunately. Anything else? Nope. Okay, we're going to call that good. That 1 week from today, we will be at the track, and there'll be lots of cars having a good time. It'll be noisy, it'll be hot, there'll be big smiles on everyone's faces, and we hope that you're going to be one of those people. So again, my name is Keith Tanner from Flyin Miata. Thanks for paying attention. We'll see you next week.